No! And there was flames and fire shooting everywhere.
I am going to run water down the orchard. What are you doing, Bird?
Well, I'm going to see if, like you said, if we can resurrect this whole thing. You're going to fire up Cisco's Creekbank kitchen? That's right, the Creekbank kitchen.
My job today is to get the orchard irrigated, and the water is running, and it's going real well. Okay, let's go check on the Bird and see how he's progressing with the tractor. He sure squawks a lot, he's noisy, but when it comes to getting the equipment running, especially old equipment, the guy is a genius.
If this thing was at your house in a couple of weeks, well, it would all be tidied up and working very well. It'd be like everything else at my house, you know. You mean out in the hospice? First thing we got to do is put some wind in that tire and see what happens. Because we ain't got a tire that holds wind, it ain't no good anyway. It's got pieces hanging off of it.
It'll take a miracle.
It's only a 3-cylinder, you know that? That's an odd number. That won't work. A little half a radiator and an oil cooler. We don't have any top engine cleaner, but I can put a little bit of transmission fluid down those holes. And that's a real high detergent, and it'll help soften up those rings a little bit. Maybe we can get a little compression out of this thing. Got the Bird on the job. You listen and you'll learn things. Maybe these should be like educational videos, not just comedy.
We're moving these pipes around so that we can irrigate down here below where Cisco just mowed. With that, we can irrigate this area down below and keep the grass growing and the trees growing. I'll tell you what the problem is. You guys are standing there. I'm down there working, moving pipe, and I just see a cayenne up here.
Hey. Yeah, you left out the yippee-ki-yay. Yip, 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 yip. Cisco says that this thing spins over real fast and doesn't want to go. So that tells me it's got a little compression problem. So we're trying to see if we get the rings to break loose. We'll throw some plugs back in it and see what we can do. Just good and tight torque. That's all it needs.
While Bird is working on the tractor, we're running water again. This time on the upper end of the property. Cisco's getting his fire ready.
That's right.
What do you think, that lizard? You think you had to get off there?
Lizard!
Hey, look at this one over here.
I think he'll run away. What do you think?
I think they need to find a new place to play.
If you want to crank it real quick there, Doug, I want to see if I got any spark coming out of this coil.
All right, let's do it.
If you hear me scream, you know it's got spark. Go ahead.
I want to see the secret sauce. Yoo-hoo-hoo!
We need to give a shout out to Harbor Freight. An hour on that thing and it hadn't slowed down a bit.
Cuts like mad.
That's not a 12-inch or a 14. It's a 16.
Woo!
And I've been cutting mesquite, so yeah, they deserve a little shout. Woo, woo, woo. And if you guys want to send us a check, we're okay with that.
Okay, it's looking good down here. We've got it watered pretty well, you can see. And let's go check up here from the top, see how it's doing. So we are done with the watering for the day, and we'll be on to the next chores. He was hopping around down here on the ground.
Down in here? That nest right above your head. Yeah.
Is that a mud dauber bird?
Uh-huh. We'll stick it right in there. Hey, why are you picking on the birds?
I'm not. I'm trying to help them get back home.
Be nice to birds.
Okay, little
birds are your friends. Oh, there's a bird in there. There's a chirping one up there right now, though.
Maybe that's his brother.
Oh, well, if he's like my brother, he threw me out of the nest.
That's right.
By popular demand, Creekbank cooking with Cisco. It was requested that we do campfire potatoes. We might call them pioneer campfire potatoes, but it is one of our signature dishes. There. What do you think? Warm enough? Oh, you hear that? First you start with some bacon. Oh boy, that's gonna be so good. Get it cooking. There's a grease ratio that you need when cooking good outdoor food. All the brothers are pretty good cooks. Brother Pablo, the best. Oh my. We were on a deer hunt down in southern Arizona, and the frog and me went out on an afternoon and early evening hunt while Brother Pablo made, ta-da! Uh-oh, here comes the bird. We were starving, walking from canyon to canyon, and I was blowing the varmint collar. We were looking for deer. I think we saw a few does, but that was about it. And we said, we can't wait till we get back to camp for some of Brother Pablo's delicious campfire potatoes. So here we come back to camp, and what do we see? Just in time to see the bird over there, and we could tell something bad was going on because his shoulders were bouncing and his hands out in front of him with a knife, and he was chopping up jalapeno peppers, putting them in the delicious campfire potatoes. Hey, and what did he do? He went back and got another one.
Only after I couldn't tell it was hot.
And then, just when we thought it was maybe going to be okay, no!
Hey.
And all you had to do was touch those campfire potatoes to your lips, and there was flames and fire shooting everywhere. He ruined what we had been looking forward to and smacking our lips for the past 2 hours.
They were glorified.
Stinking bird, you ruins it. You ruins it. We couldn't eat it.
That was literally almost, that could be 10 years ago, and the pain is still there.
It's been 10 years, and I refuse to forgive the bird. I will not. You ruined it.
Hey, they were tasty.
No, they weren't. Nobody could eat them. Not even the coyotes ate them. If they did, they were dragging their backside off through the forest.
Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo!
Down the torsion.
I don't want anything to burn in there. That potato out of my face.
Well, you know.
That corn.
If that potato tastes like gas, I don't know anything about it.
Not a thing.
Uh-uh.
Richardson men don't walk away from their trucks.
So, you don't walk away.
Never. My favorite one was the Suburban, four-wheel drive Suburban that Cleo, the old bird, had, and the lug nuts broke off, and the wheel went one way, the brake drum went this way on a dirt road, and then pieces, parts, springs went elsewhere. Now, did we go home? Did we have to call a wrecker? No. Out there, you take the brake line off, cut it, fold it over, snap it closed with a vice grip. You go get some studs off of the different things, one here, one there, took a couple off the trailer,
whatever.
Put it all together, and where'd we go? Hunting.
Yeah.
That's right.
We had a good deer hunt to go on.
Back to, of course, the recipe and fabrication of delicious pioneer style
Campfire Potatoes. You notice we put an onion in there. That onion, you can't cheat that. That's got to be there because that provides the caramelization for this treat. Now we're going to put this in there and get a little bit of brown on them before adding liquid.
When are you going to put the jalapenos in there?
Get away! Ooh, doggy! Put this on here. Now, what do we do here? Just drag some of it over. Ooh, man, plenty hot. Tell you. Dr. Ben.
He built that, huh?
Made this.
That's what he's doing.
You like it? Little of that. Now let's put a little salt in there.
You sure that's a little?
Yep, I'm positive. And I like lots of pepper. There. Do you put garlic salt in yours?
That doesn't hurt at all.
Whoa! Coming right up.
The points have been giving us trouble, and we've been working with him. Bird's adjusted it several times, and what he's doing now is he's got a piece of basically sandpaper.
Emery cloth, gonna see what I can do with them.
And
it really needs a new set of points. That's what it really needs. So.
yeah, we don't have that. So Bird's trying to doctor it to see if we can get them to behave properly, because right now we're not getting spark to this plugs.
I'm cleaning where these two contact, they come together. I'm just using this cloth to sand in between it.
A day in the life of the bird. This is pretty normal bird business for you, isn't it?
Well, I don't do this much anymore.
Now, don't have points and condensers on cars anymore. That's, as Bird was saying, the electronic ignition.
I brought down some water. I've already poured it in. The better part of a quart. But the important thing is just to cover the material. And it doesn't take very long. You just let it simmer, stir it, and voila, look what. You ready? Huh? Everybody ready? Are you holding your breath? Oh my lands, that looks good. Okay. You want to do a little stirring and sample?
I'm going to watch you do it.
Well, I've got more spoons.
Oh, you have more spoons.
It probably needs a little water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I better put a little more in, but we can taste it.
The taste will be right. Just needs a little more gravy. Woo!
What do you got?
Knocked it out of the park.
Is it Larapin? Wow!
Time to check on the bird. He's been over here alone too long, and I hear him turning it over trying to get it started. No spark. Man!
That's Sparky. But I got the points open and closing okay, and they're making better contact.
See about where you want it to end up? It's just over the potatoes. But I want to apologize for making this so good and you can't have any. Now, get in there and make some for your family. You'll be their favorite tonight.
Home cooked campfire potatoes by Cisco.
Cisco by the Creek. That's the name of this little show. Cisco by the Creek.
I don't have a compression gauge here to run a compression, so we're gonna do it the Manuel way. We're gonna look and see for ourselves.
So it took a number of hours to get the spark. Something, whatever had been going on, everything was out of order and the wires were wrong and the plugs or the points were wrong. Anyway, we got all that taken care of, but Now bird cannot get it to
Pops.
fire.
We got to figure out what is going on.
So the bird is going to pull off this valve cover, and the question is whether or not one of those valves is hanging open.
Don't know. Should we grab a scraggy?
Okay, you know what this is? It's the moment we've been waiting for.
I don't know about that, but it's definitely the moment of truth. You're not going to find nothing, and you're going to say, well, that was all for nothing.
Well, guess what? You get to keep your gasket.
I like the gasket. There's a lot of dirt flying around in there, but
Thanks a lot.
there you go. Hey, you got oil pressure finally.
Yeah, we got some oil pumped up there.
But I'm just listening.
Well, I can see they're all opening and closing.
It just makes you think, huh?
Well, that'll do it.
Bird, what happened with this tractor? What's the story?
It don't
Cisco
wanna go.
came through. I did my job. What happened?
Man, like I just didn't do my job very well. No, we made some progress, but we got to look at it a little more.
Be happy.
Oh, okay.